Hey, welcome back to Touring Oregon. I wanted to just get on and make a quick post um, about Crater Lake. It is closing. Crater Lake is closing starting 2026 to 2029. So if you want to get down to the water, you need to do that this summer, this season, before it gets too cold. Get down to the water. Now, what exactly do I mean by Crater Lake is closing? You will still be able to go to Crater Lake um, between, like, you're still going to be able to go to Crater Lake. They're not closing the park. But if you haven't been to Crater Lake, uh, there's a lot of hiking trails, there's a lot of roads. There's a road that runs all the way around the rim with a lot of beautiful scenic lookouts. But there's one trail, I forget the name of it right now, but you can Google it. There's one trail that goes from the rim down to the actual lake. It's not very long. I think it's only about 0.8 of a mile, but it does drop like 700 feet. So yeah, it's a little bit of a hike, just elevation wise. But there's one trail that goes from the rim to the lake, and once you're down at the lake, you can swim, fish. They do boat tours of the lake. You can get a tour. I want to say it's 4 or 5 hours. They do a tour of the actual lake, go around the lake, and then it stops at Wizard Island. If you've ever seen images of Crater Lake, there's an island in it. It's called Wizard Island. So you could take boat trips to the to Wizard Island, and I think they stay there for a couple hours. There's also a separate ferry ride that just goes straight from the dock to Wizard Island. I think it stays on the island for about 3 hours. So you can hike all over the island and then hop on and head back. But they're going to be redoing, reinforcing whatever that trail and all the infrastructure connected to it. They're going to be working on the trail, regrading it. Oh, we got one person. Hey, so yeah, Crater Lake's closing. So I just want to make sure everybody knows. They're going to be the one trail that goes from the rim down to the lake. They're going to be reworking that whole trail, redoing the landscaping, the retaining walls, handling any like rock slide areas, and down at the bottom in Crater Lake, they're going to be, I think they're redoing the dock, and they're getting rid of the old composting toilets that they have down there and putting in something better. That's supposed to start next year, 2026, and it's estimated to go until 2029. So starting next year, you're not going to be able to get actually down to the water in Crater Lake between 2026 and 2029. So if you're in Oregon and for some reason you've never been to Crater Lake, I've never been to Oregon. Sounds interesting. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Crater Lake is the deepest lake. Hey, Brian, it's the deepest lake in the U.S. It is stunningly beautiful. But if you live in Oregon and for some reason you've never been actually down to the crater, to the lake, it is amazing. Yeah, I would highly recommend at least the ferry trip to Wizard Island, because then you get 3 hours on Wizard Island and it's beautiful. Just Google Crater Lake and you're gonna see some stunning, yeah, photos and images. It's probably Oregon's largest tourist attraction as well. It is a national park. They do charge to get into the park. Hey, Noah. So I think for personal vehicles, of course my neighbor's leaving now. For personal vehicles, I think it's $30. I'm going with my girlfriend this weekend. I bought my tickets or my pass. It's $30. They do not take cash at the park. So the best way to do it is buy your pass online before you go, and then you can download it to your phone. You can print it off. I did both. It's $30 for a personal vehicle, not per person, per vehicle. So if you have a bunch of people, yo, voids, void X. Oh, you live in the South. A certain beach in South Carolina. Is that what I'm looking at? SC. You're welcome. Yeah, it's stunning, guys. It's really stunning. They do charge per vehicle, not per person. So if you have a car full of people or a van or whatever, or you want to take the whole family, it's just one pass per vehicle. If you have multiple vehicles, you're paying for multiple passes. But a car, I think, is $30. That's what I paid. Motorcycle is 20 or 25, and they even have like a non-vehicle pass, like a bicycle pass or whatever, which I think is like $15 or something. Um, but there's not a lot around Crater Lake, so I don't know who's riding a bicycle all the way out there. Ah, you're welcome, Void X, Twitch. So anyway, that's the main thing. I did a short today covering the fact that Crater Lake was not going to be accessible for the next 3 years, but I'm a small channel, so, and it didn't get a ton of views, at least not yet. So anyway, if anyone sees this in Oregon, pass it on, please. Spread it on your own social media. I just found out a couple weeks ago that this was happening, so that's why me and the lady are going to Crater Lake this weekend. Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's about it. I just wanted to pop on, say hello, and let everybody know. Crater Lake will not be accessible, the actual lake part. You won't be able to get down to the lake starting next year. Between 2026, it's estimated time is between 2026 and 2029. So if you've been Oregon, if you live in Oregon, you've never been actually down to the lake, do that in the next week, couple weeks, or next month before it gets too cold. If you're visiting Oregon and you were thinking about maybe checking out Crater Lake, definitely do it this season. It is stunning. It's beautiful. And little pro tip, there is a cafe called Becky's Cafe, only about 30 minutes away from Crater Lake, that they do, I think, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but they specialize in their pies. So if you love pie and you love fucking nature and lakes, yeah, Crater Lake is probably the spot for you. Anyway, that's it. And yeah, and Labor Day weekend's coming up. I don't know if any of my regular watchers are on this live, but you might see this live. So Labor Day weekend, I'm taking a solo bike trip from Eugene down to Central California. Probably going to pass Sacramento. I might stop in Sacramento. I do have a friend who lives there. I'm planning on stopping in Napa Valley. I have an old friend that I hadn't seen in literal decades that's down there. I'm going to try to swing by Napa Valley, see them. But yeah, Labor Day weekend, it will be 3 days on the road, on the motorcycle, with my camping gear. Yeah, just doing all that great stuff. So that's it. If there's no more questions or comments, I'm going to bounce. If you see this and you're not subscribed, please do. I'm a tiny creator. I work a full-time job. I'm a blue-collar worker, but God, would I love to be able to take a little bit of a break from that, and supplement a little income on YouTube. Shameless plug. I'm just going to throw it out there. you know. But I do this for fun. I do this because I love my motorcycle. I love Oregon and love sharing it with you guys. So if you like the content, if you're curious about Oregon, nature, hiking, waterfalls, the Pacific Northwest, yeah, maybe give me a like, give me a subscribe. Um, yeah, that'd be great. Anyway, you're awesome. This is Touring Oregon. I appreciate all of you. Keep the shiny side up. Stay safe.